first of all, the World Cup is really just a few days away. What's the excitement level like?
Yeah, it's very high. I think it's pretty crazy because the last few weeks have just flown by. To end the season, have a little bit of a break, and now be in our second week of training camp is, I think time's flown, and I think it'll only be around the corner until we're playing that first game.
What are the expectations for England? You obviously went into the Euros last year. The expectations were high, and you went all the way. What are the expectations this time, do you think?
I think in terms of in-house, we just want to go to the tournament and we just want to make sure that we play how we play. We've got a DNA and we've got a way that we want to, a way that we want to play football. And I think going to the tournament, of course, there's an expectation in terms of we've done well at the last tournament, but in terms of a World Cup compared to a Euros, it's two completely different tournaments, and obviously a year in between, you never know what's going to happen. But in terms of what we want to achieve is we just want to go out and focus on each game as it comes, control what we can control, and make sure that we're in the best possible place for the results to go our way.
And there's already been a few injuries, which have obviously upset the preparations. We thought there was another one this morning, wasn't there, with Alex? How is she?
Oh, no, she's good. Yeah, all good. Nothing to worry about. I think training is competitive. That's football. There's going to be some contacts. But no, she's perfectly fine. Be training again tomorrow. But all good.
And the differences between that squad, that winning squad, and this squad, there is difference because there's retirements as well. You've lost, some of your senior members of the squad. So how do you see the team, developing and the differences between the squads?
I think when you look at it like that, you lose experience. So the likes of Jill, that's been to many tournaments, Ellen as well, Demi is not here. But I think in terms of that, you lose the experience, but there becomes an expectation and a growth on other players that need to step up. Where you look at the likes of me and Kira that potentially still class ourselves as young. We're only 24, she's 26, and I think we're now the ones that we've got to step up and we've got to become leaders and we've got to become kind of the experienced ones that can help the younger ones, and whenever they've got a question or whenever they feel uncomfortable, we can be that person for them to lean on. So I think it kind of changes the role of responsibility, whereas instead of looking at what we've lost, we kind of look at what we've got in the room and who can be that player to step up in them moments or can lead by example.
From the players that have come into the squad, there's a few debutants and new players. Who's the one to look for or watch out for, do you think?
She's obviously been on the radar for a while, but LJ, obviously the way that she plays football is excellent. But I think we've just got so much quality within our team, and everybody can do a job. You look at Chloe, the way that she's playing, the way that she ended the season was unbelievable, and I don't think she got as many minutes as the Euros as what she would like, but coming into this tournament I think she'll be a real value for us, and the way that she's been training, she's been looking lively and scoring goals, so that's exactly what we want, is people to be coming into good form just as the games start.
I was going to ask you about Kira and your partnership in midfield. How has that developed over the kind of last 12 months and that success at the Euros, and is there something different that you might try and do in this tournament together?
I think it's developed massively. I think we both kind of know our role. We both obviously like to get on the ball and like to keep it moving. We've got a good range of pass between us both, but we kind of just know what to expect from each other. So in and out of possession, we kind of we know what each other's strengths are, and we kind of work off that. She's obviously done unbelievably well at Barca. I've obviously had a good season at Bayern as well, and both of us seeking out into Europe and both doing well in our first seasons, and obviously being really close friends as well. Obviously most definitely helps us on the pitch.
What have you learned in German? I saw you were learning some German. Have you got any German for us?
9. No, I can only speak English here. I'm back on my lessons. I had a lesson yesterday morning, so I'm back learning, and I'm not sure anybody in here speaks German, so I'll stick to English.
The first game's going to be Haiti, isn't it? I mean, do you know anything about them, or is that something you'll be preparing once you get closer to the game?
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I don't know anything about them, but I think that's what's so good about the World Cup is you go in and we've got three different teams in our groups, and there's 3 different styles of play, and I think that's what's so good about a World Cup is there's so many different playing styles, there's teams that you've never faced before, and everybody wants to turn up because it's on the biggest stage.
And outside of England, who would you say are the favourites? Who are the teams that we're all going to be looking out for?
Obviously off the back of the Euros, you look at Spain and Germany. I think we're seeking elsewhere. Brazil were brilliant when we played them in the Finalissima, and then obviously USA as well. They've got a history, so hopefully we can see what happens in the tournament. But it would be nice to get up there.
And what about the hosts, Australia? They managed to defeat you in London not so long ago.
Yeah, very true, very true. Australia are always difficult to play. Their playing style is very energetic. They put you under a lot of pressure, so I think they'll obviously be very important in the tournament, and obviously with the home crowd as well, they'll be up for it, and I think we could potentially meet them pretty early doors if all goes to plan. So it could be interesting.
Just to touch back on your season with Bayern, what have you learned from playing within Germany, within the German style of the game, compared to playing with your teammates here in England?
I think just a little bit of everything. I think when you seek football outside of your own country, you kind of go out of your comfort zone, and in doing that you learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about both you and on and off the pitch. And I think in terms of on the pitch, it's my role and my responsibility. I feel like I've become a leader in the way that I'm playing. I've tried to gain a little bit more control on the ball and off the ball, and just kind of get consistency within my game. And then off the pitch as well, it's been in an environment that you're not used to, and being able to adapt to different things like the language we spoke about earlier, and even just going to the supermarket, it's very different to nip into the supermarket here. So just the little things that kind of make you develop as